Hello. Today we'll be showing you how to create a Google Doc workspace. The first thing you do to create a new workspace is to go to the New button in the top left-hand corner, click on Google Docs, and since this folder is shared with another person, it always asks me if I understand that it will be shared since it is in the same folder, and I'm going to click OK because that's okay with me. Okay, so now we are going to you will see the new workspace, the new Google Doc. And there are several things that I want to explain to you in this workspace. Here is the menu bar. I will explain each of these. First, there's the file bar, and this just gives you options for what to do with your Google Docs file. There are several things that you can do. For instance, you can print the file, and you will see that it brings up a menu to print, and it gives me all of these options for what I can do with the print. I'm going to cancel that. Also, another thing I can do is create a new file, a new document, a new spreadsheet, a new presentation, or I can rename whatever my document is. I'm going to call this an interactive document, just for the purposes of this midterm. Okay, so now that is saving. The next menu I have is the Edit menu. Now under the Edit menu, this allows you to edit anything that you've done while you've been editing the Google Doc. So you can undo, which is reverse an action. So I'll show you that. I'm going to type cat, and then I'll edit it, and I'll undo, and then it will delete it. I can also redo, and that will just bring back what I had just undid. I'm going to delete that right now. The next menu button we have is the View button. Clicking on that, you can see that it just shows you the options that you have for what you want to be viewing while you are in the document. For instance, you can click Show Ruler, and the ruler will go away. But if you click again on Show Ruler, the ruler is back up. Another option you have is to go to the mode, and you can see what mode you're in. So for instance, I'm in the edit mode. I can edit this document in any way. If I go back and go to a different mode, I can be in the just viewing the document mode, so I cannot edit it. Or I can be in the suggesting mode so that I can type suggestions for the author. Suggestions. And then the author can see what suggestions I have and choose to add them with the check mark or delete them with the rejection mark. So I'm going to backtrack to the editing mode where I was in the first place. The next menu I have is the Insert menu. This just gives you options for what you can insert into the document. For instance, you can insert a table. You can choose what dimensions you want the table, which is great. You can also insert a page number onto the document. So you can do it 1, 2 in the top right-hand corner or in the bottom right-hand corner. Just different options you have for the page numbers, and that is the Insert menu. The next menu we have is the Format menu, and this just gives you options for how you want to format the document itself. So you can do several things with the text. So I'm going to have some text here. This is text. Okay, and I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to go to the format, and I'm going to click bold. This allows you to bold the text. I'm going to go back to format and I'm going to italic. This makes the text curved and italicizes it. And then if I click the two again, bold and italic, it will transform the text back to its original state. The next menu button we have is Tools. If we go to Tools, tools are just options we have, and as it says, tools, resources that you can use while you are in your document. For example, I can choose to define the word text. So I will go highlight text, go to define, and in the top or in the right-hand side of the document, you can see that Google Docs has given me a definition for the word text. And that is just one option that Tools offers. Tools also offers a word count. So it will show me how many words I have on the page. Obviously, I only have 3 right now, and I have 1 word highlighted out of 3, and it shows me how many characters I have, and characters excluding spaces, so just as it shows. So those are some tools I have. The next menu option is Table. Table allows you to insert a table and then all of the options you have with the table. So I'm going to insert a table, and for this presentation I will do a 4x3 table. And as you can see, it has inserted 4 columns and 3 rows. This is exactly what I wanted. So I will go back to Table and I can delete a row. I just deleted a row. I can also insert a column to the left. So those are 2 examples of what you can do under the menu bar of Table. The next menu is Add-ons. And with add-ons, there are several things you can do. You can add more features to the Google Docs. You can manage them. Just make it more of like this. You can add translations, table of contents, just different things that you can do with your document to just enhance it. For instance, you can have a calculator. You can have music notations. There are several things that you can do with add-ons. The next menu button is Help. Now, Help is just as it says, it offers assistance to the user so that they can understand completely what they're doing. Under Help, you can report a problem with the Google document or the Google use, provide feedback to Google. You can also get keyboard shortcuts, and it offers you shortcuts to make it easier for the user when they are using Google Docs. So that is the menu that I have just described. The next thing I will describe is the toolbar. This is the toolbar, and I'm going to describe 5 buttons on the toolbar. The first button I'm going to describe is the print button. The print button is, as it says, it is so you can print the document. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. The next button you can choose is to change the font size. This changes the font size of the text, so you can change it to however big or small that you want it. The next button is the center align. You can align text in the center, the left, the right, several ways that you can align text. The third button I am going to demonstrate is the normal text. You can do different types of text. You can have headings, subtitles, all of that fun stuff. The last one I'm going to describe is the text color. You can make the text different colors. Okay, and that is my first video on Google Docs.